Welcome back to Baker's, man. Today, the Massey Ferguson is going to be busy. We're going to have to get the 8570 out there doing 4 fields today. 46 is going to be ready in June, and in July, 45, 43, and 42 will be ready. But that's not it. We also have really tall grass out here to finally cut. So we'll have to get the mower over here and probably the John Deere to take care of that. And one other thing that is fascinating to me now is the auto-loading functionality that we have found. So we can go ahead and auto-load pallets. We'll be taking advantage of that. We'll probably bring the strawberries back because of that. So I will load things up when it feels like it fits in the video. Otherwise, I'll be using that to help me speed up my progress. Now that we know everything on our list to do today, it's time to just get busy. We're out here in the barley field already working on the headlands. Be our first task to complete. Things are looking pretty good. We got 1,200 liters already in here, 16% full on capacity. We'll get around the headlands, see where we're at. Yeah, a lot to do. 4 harvests. We got that new oat field to do. 2 oat fields, 45 and 42. Should be a lot of goods to put into the grain mill. And the barley's coming in really good here. We're finishing the headlands. We're on the second headland and we're about to be full. Just cruise up here, 8,000. Let's just back up just a hair so we don't run over anything. Grab the Challenger and the auger wagon. So we'll get that out to unload the harvester. And it'll be nice because our capacity now in our grain cart is a little bit more than 8,000. So we don't have to unload and head on over to the grain mill right away. We can focus on the harvest, take care of things, one at a time. It'll help us out. I think it'll speed us up in the long run. And unloading into the Demco. Should be able to just leave that there for now, shut off, and we'll get back in the harvester. And once it's done unloading, we'll get back to the harvest. I'm hoping we get, 3 loads would be nice. Go ahead and get this lowered back down, get the header warmed back up. Once it's done unloading, like we said, we will go ahead and continue on. Close the auger, continue with the harvest. And with the headlands just about done, you can see we have the inside of the field, the ups and downs to do still, and that's where I'm hoping we get 2 more carts full. It seemed that going up and down about 3 times is what will fill up the harvester. Let's get it done. And heading back down the field here, we're gonna unload on this pass. I don't know if we'll get completely full, but since the auger is on this side, that's what we're gonna wanna do. Doesn't seem like it's gonna quite fill it up, so I'm gonna jump in the Challenger here and unload the harvester. And if you're kind of wondering why we're in June already when we were nowhere near that last episode, the things that needed to be done in April and May, I did off camera. We just fed the chickens, moved some flour around. That was really about it. We added some water into the greenhouses and wanted to just make sure we're showing things that are showing us progressing and not just showing every little detail. So I am starting to cut out little things here and there, but you're not gonna miss any big purchases or big harvests or big planting sessions. Just maybe spraying some weeds and adding an extra application of fertilizer. That's about all you missed. All right, let's get back at it. Almost done with this harvest. Just a couple more ups and downs to do, and we'll be done. Here we are with the last pass. We'll get about another 4,000 liters of barley. We're gonna get it all moved over to the grain silo next, or the grain mill. I apologize there. It is a grain mill to make flour. And after that, we're gonna purchase a few things, I think, to prepare us for our first cutting of the grass. All right, a more powerful tractor is definitely gonna be needed. It is struggling with these 15,000 liters. I might have to adjust my plans a little bit, use the loan I want to take out a little differently, but we should be able to get it all unloaded and figure out exactly how much we want to send over to the grain mill. I think we will potentially take all of this. We did end up running out of barley this year before we got to the harvest, so I think it would make sense to overpopulate it this time. And we do have a good amount left over for the chickens, so I'm not too concerned about that. And arriving at the grain mill. Whoops, we're at 19,000. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and just let all of that fall in. Let's jump into the production, get it configured again. Here we are, the grain mill. So we want to click on barley and activate. And it looks like we are close to running out of wheat, but we'll get plenty more of that over to the grain mill in July. And just closing the loop here on the barley harvest, I think what we're going to want to do is potentially some maintenance and fuel before we do the big 3 harvests next month. Probably should have done that this time, but we'll get this cleaned up. We can go do some maintenance on it. Probably need a little bit of cash for that. I don't think what we have in hand with the 1800 is going to be enough. Harvester's clean. Let's get the header clean now. And then after this, we can move our focus to the grass field. And the next thing on our agenda is getting the field cut. So we're going to head on over to that. I'll probably get a worker going initially, and then we will be taking over. But we got some things to potentially purchase. And arriving at the field now, let's go ahead and get out and take a look at this. It's looking pretty good. Showing 97% yield bonus. But I think what we're going to do is we have the border over here where we've got the big X's, right? So we can't go past the big X. We have a little bit of space this direction. So what we're going to do is borrow a little bit of money. We were able to pay a little bit of the loan off during May and April. So let's go ahead and borrow a little bit more. I'm not sure exactly how much we're going to need. Let's just do around 100,000 right now. And hopping into the sky, what I want to find here is silos. And we're going to do something really different for me. We are going to do a bunker silo. So it'll let us go to about right there, but I want to be careful. Probably split the difference. And we're going to go right here. A little bit of terrain to fix. Let's go ahead and do that as well. We don't want it that bumpy. Okay, so we should be able to just go to this smooth. Should be good there. Let's see if the other side did it as well. Doesn't look too bad over here, but we could get a tractor, drive up here and see how that feels. But yep, we're gonna do silage in a bunker. Going into grassland here, the other things we're gonna need is definitely a windrower. And I think to start out with, this Crone one would be a pretty good one. It's $60,000. So I think we are just gonna go with the $19,000 variety, and we can go ahead and buy that now. And then for more loans, we're gonna wanna go look at these forage wagons. And being that we're this close, we're not gonna wanna empty it that way. We're gonna have to figure that out when the time comes. But I think I will take a little bit more money out, and we're just gonna go with the little baby Pottinger Boss Alpine. But we need to get more money before that, so we'll borrow to where we're above 30,000. And this will be, see, I don't know if the silage additive tank is really gonna be helpful, but we'll buy it anyways. And we have $112. And we have just switched the strawberries over to storing again. I did get the income for the last month from them, or while we slept, to see if I could get enough to repair this without taking more of a loan out. And yeah, we should be good. 1,800 to repair here and just under 500 there. And we can go ahead and, you know, pick and choose what we want for our first harvest to be here of the day. We have 3 different types that we're gonna do, or 2 different types. We're gonna have a wheat harvest, and 2 are gonna be oats. Lock into place, do the headland here. And I am realizing now I'm going the wrong way around the field for the auger if we stop during the headlands. So we might turn around once we do one of them. But oats are gonna fill up super slow. We do know that, so that's why we planted them in 2 fields. Let's rock and roll. And now that we have one headland done, I will do that turning around that I was talking about. Let's go to let the straw finish dropping there. Got a little crooked. I was trying to keep the swath straight, but you see we looped around this way, and now we can just keep on cruising on the headland and just go back the other way, and the auger is now facing towards the part of the field that has been harvested. And now with the headland completely done, the direction we were going was never going to be a problem because we weren't going to fill up. So now done with that, so I am going to open up the auger, but I do want to check the weather. Looks like that hailstorm is coming later today. We should be good. Let's go ahead and shut off the header for now. And I completely regret debating with myself right now. I do regret this. I did want this, but I don't think this one's right for us yet. I'm going to see how much I could sell it for. So slightly used, about 60 grand. Let's go ahead and sell it. Let's repair it. We'll repaint it. And we'll sell it. Yeah, I don't think that's what we need. Let's get back in the store. Let's take a look at trailers. And gosh, even something like this. 18,000 capacity, the extension we can afford. Puts it at, yeah, I like this better for this farm. And we're gonna go into the favorites. We will do a nice little color scheme here. Oh, that's the only one we can change. I'm being silly. Wheel setup, I think it's fine. All right, let's buy it. It made a little bit of cash there by doing that. I think that was the right decision for this farm. I regretted that pretty much instantly. Oh, we're here. We need to do maintenance on this. We have money. 4,300, okay. 11,000 to repaint it? No way that's happening. Yeah, that just feels better. That feels more like where we're at in this playthrough. Still would have held everything we did in that first field, so I think this will be fine. Just hope it's not too tall, and it's not. All right, we'll get that going, and then I think we will hand this over to a worker. So I'm gonna do that, start on the ups and downs, work headlands, no, and then once that is full, I'll hit H, or once it's empty, I'll hit H, and we're gonna get on the baler. But we're gonna have to really figure this out because, oh, what happened? Oh, I didn't do it right. I wanted to go here, work headlands off. Yeah, like that. Okay, but I don't know if we can pull this with the John Deere once it gets a little more full, so we will put it out of the way for the baler right here for now. I'm going to attach to the baler and start getting the bales all situated, or the straw baled up. And that should be a better use of our time than me just harvesting, because we got 3 fields and we have a lot of straw to pick up. I was letting this go and we're going to jump way ahead, but man, this tractor, I might have made up my mind for what I want to do next with the rest of that potential loan here. Let's look at the Challenger. We have the 180 horsepower variety. Let me look at a few things here. We could get the Case IH 7230 Pro here with the tires like that, 6,000, 22,000 for that engine, or we could go all the way. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do with my money. Maybe we will paint that right now. I mean, it's not my money, it's the bank's money. I mean, this is a very selfish decision as the baker man, but it's going to slow us down on some things, but speed up our field work. Let's do the full thing. We can sell it for 30. So we have 36 now. Let's go ahead and we're just going to go to 350 of a loan, 350,000. And by the end of today's episode, we're going to know what we're going to do with all of the money. So 256,000 bucks right now. Got to keep in mind that we don't have a way to move the silage when it's done. But I think that's the configuration I want to go with right there. Looks good. Let's see this. Yeah, that comparison. I dig it. Cab view's pretty nice. Not too shabby. Looks mean. I don't know exactly when you would want to use the double wheels. I honestly, like, I need to read up and learn that. Well, let's see how much better this pulls it. That seems so much better. And they're not even full yet? They're gonna finish that harvest without filling up that combine? That's sad. I mean, it looks a little dwarfed compared to the baler here, but I think it'll work. All right, worker D is done with their task. Let's go ahead and shut that off for now. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna go unload them. And I just wanted to see how this felt pulling the grain cart. I mean, it looks ridiculous. Seems to be pulling it okay. I mean, especially if it's just around the farm like this. And we can get this unloaded. It all should fit. It's only 5,800. All right, that's unloaded. We're gonna hop out of it. Gonna click on it. We're gonna hit create job, field work on field 42. And we're just gonna let them go. So they might start with the ups and downs, which is completely fine. We'll get around it. But let's get this over to the grain mill so we can get the oats in production again. Now, I think I'll get to this comment before I make the decision. What I've been thinking is we keep this grain mill and it produces all the flour, right? So we're producing a little more flour than we're able to go through in the bakery right now. Do we just get the bigger bakery first before the bigger grain mill because of that problem? And clicking on oats will activate them again. They'll go into storing. We have 11,000 already off of that first field. We're gonna get this close to that field and then get back to baling. Yeah, they just drove right into the middle of the field and started. I didn't mean for that. But I am gonna hop in there and make sure I can see if I can just flip it over to have it work headlands after it gets done with the ups and downs. All right, that's good for now. Yeah, let's see. Oops. I guess now we can. Start with headlands, no, but work headlands, yes. So that should be fine right there. Yep, they'll back up a little bit and make sure they are good. Yepers. All right, let's get back to baling. Now I have these two fields done baled. So we got the barley field and the first oat field done. And I was trying to mess with you guys. And I think I might have lost because the harvester is 80% full. And I was hoping people would be like, oh no, they gotta do the headland. Otherwise you can't get in there to unload the harvester. I was hoping we got to the headlands before it filled up. Oh, I think I gambled and lost. So we'll go ahead and park the new case over here. And I did see a little area where I felt like I would be comfortable driving into the field and losing a little bit where there is already hail damage. So we'll go ahead and cruise right through that spot and cause a little bit more damage than we needed to. And no way. No way, I didn't have to do that. Yep, they opened the field up for us. Oh, I should have waited, then I would have looked smooth. And then, instead of panicked. So that worked out pretty perfect though, timing wise. So we'll go ahead, oh, they're filling up. Let's go ahead and help them unload. And let's see, are they gonna pull forward once they get enough leeway? Nope, that's okay. So 8,000 does 32%. We definitely have enough capacity in here. Could have drove with them there, but I think what I'll do is just drive into the middle of one of these rows. And we're gonna get back to baling even though we're definitely gonna catch up pretty fast. I don't know if we have enough room right here for that. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll help them finish real quick. And we know where they're gonna end, so I am gonna go ahead and drive around to the top of the field, and we should be able to get out there and out of the way for the baler so we can get back to that. And I didn't reset the bale counter, so, oh, maybe I did, I guess 19. So let's go ahead and do that now too. Because I don't think I did, but we'll say we did. And we get that, it's already lowered. Oh, we're in their way. All right, you can do it. You can do it. And activated. Away we go. I thought we were gonna get done before the harvest. But let's go ahead and turn this back on. We're gonna unload it and then we will have them work the headlands on the wheat field. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and update that right now. Let's go ahead and say start with headlands. So now when we just drive up here, it should, once it recognizes the field, go ahead and hit worker and they will go. And I think I am, instead of min-maxing, we're just gonna keep going until we, no, sir. I need you to start with the headland. Because we're definitely not gonna get that lucky on this one. All right, I think they recognize the update now. Whew. But yeah, I think we're just gonna drop all the oats in there and until we get to the point where the grain mill's full. Because it's not enough money to make selling the extra until we get to the point where, like I said, the grain mill's full and we decide to get a second grain mill, you know, stuff like that. That might not have been a bad move at this point. Go ahead and dump those in if it all fits, and it absolutely will. And I think it's just a little more than a year's worth anyways, if it even is. And we do still have a little bit of wheat, so I'm not gonna be in too much of a hurry to get the wheat over here. But they can wait right here for now. Let's see how quickly, yeah, 23% already. We'll be unloading them a lot more on that field than we did on the oat fields. And it looks like we got up to 7 bales. I think 6 or 7. Let's just unload so we know. 6 bales. And go ahead and get back going on the new field here. As they're doing the wheat, I imagine they're going to be close to being full when they're heading up the headland. So that'll give us a chance to let them get ahead if we start unloading them on the run, like I think I'm going to do on this harvest. So I'm going to get to this end, and then I'll hop into John Deere and switch over to that. Hey, the bunker silo's done fermenting. That's a nice little notification. All right, looping around here. Probably want to get the cruise control closer to 6 miles an hour and lock in. That should be good once we get far enough over. A little too fast. There we go. Let's slow down just a hair for a second. Yeah, that's clean. Unloading them on the run. We'll go check out the silo. I mean, there's nothing really to see, but we will check the prices in a moment to make sure we're good with the amount we have. We might buy another bunker silo. I don't know, because we would be able to cut that again in September, and I don't know if I want to sell it by then. Yeah, so I don't think they were quite full or ready for us to unload, but I think that was helpful. All right, let's jump into the time-saving stock now. So silage does show at, yeah. Oh, the price is good right now. Okay. So let's pause. Is this what we spend our money on? I mean, I don't know if the extra cost, if I'm that much obsessed with Kubota. Do I want Kubota or do I care? I can go with the Schaefer. Battery capacity, you can increase that. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna buy this, and then we're gonna go to combinations, and this one is 2,300 liters, and this one is, yeah, so we'll go with the bigger one. We'll buy that, and I'm gonna cruise over with this for now, but we're gonna have to free up the grain cart, and I guess that's something else we need to make sure that the grain cart's compatible. Now, is this thing gonna need a rear weight? Is it gonna be able to handle that? I don't, maybe the Kubota is worth it. Let's shut that off. Let's take a look in here. We know the trailer we have. It does say silage. Okay. Yeah, I think while that harvest is going, I'm gonna cruise over here, and I might prioritize this above getting the straw the rest of the day. And based on the amount, it'll be 2 loads of that trailer, or a load and a half. So that's not too terrible. But yeah, we'll get over there, and then I'll come back, check on the harvest, see if we need to unload them. But the second we're done with that harvest, we are definitely gonna move that silage around so we can free up that pit for next time, especially since the price is good right now. Okay, we'll just leave that there, but that's, we're not even gonna uncover it yet. And, well, only 41%. Yield isn't great, apparently. But let's do the jobs we can do right now. I'll keep on going with the baling. And we should be able to, yeah, pretty much get the baling done then. And still maybe have time to do that silage. Ooh, wasn't planning on that. And finally needing to unload the harvester. And I think after this, I will take the... Oh, we're going to be in the way up there. Didn't realize they're doing this half pass. But once this number slows down a little bit, I'll get that out of the way. We will take this grain over to the grain mill to make sure we don't run out of wheat over there, because we're probably getting pretty close. All right, wheat going in. Let's double check that the production didn't shut off. Looks like we got here just in time. 513 was left. I guess we still had a little bit. But all of this should be enough for an entire year, and we still have a little bit in the silo. So I might put the rest of the wheat in the silo, because I don't know what we're gonna do with that grain mill bakery upgrade yet. Oh no, there's the rain. Okay, so you need to stop and shut off for now. Let's call an audible here. I don't think you'd want to do this in the rain, but I'm gonna. And it's a hailstorm, so hopefully some of this crop doesn't get ruined. And the straw, I don't know how hail affects that. I mean, worst case scenario, we could finish that harvest in August if the rain doesn't let up. But let's go see if I made a huge mistake with that front loader we bought. Or wheel, is it a wheel loader? What is the classification of that? Yeah, it was a front loader. Can we squeeze through here? Looks like we can, because that's where I want to park right here. And yeah, I absolutely do not think you'd do this in the rain, but we're gonna. All right, let's see. Was it a mistake? Here we go, loading this up for the first time. And it's full. Tip it, lift it. I don't think that's gonna do it. I don't think that's gonna do it. All right, let's go ahead and reset this bad boy. And we'll see how much of a loss we take here. And I'm gonna live with my mistake. Perfect condition. We'll repaint a little bit there and sell. So a couple $1,000s lost. So let's go in here. We will go. Is there anything we want to change? Wheel setup, twin wheels. Is that gonna give us more traction? Let's go for it. And this one's even slow. Oh, same speed. So we'll get there hopefully today. And hopefully this thing can handle that. Seems like it can handle a lot more weight. I guess it probably told me in the menu, but you know, now that we've bought it, we're gonna live with it, hopefully. All right, let's find out if this was a mistake or not. Yeah, it lifts a little bit on the back, but I think it'll be okay. Now, does it get high enough? It does not get high enough. Okay. Let's just do what I should have done to begin with. Let's just dump all this back in here. Slow as it goes. There it goes. That's faster. And hop out. It's going to be one of those segments. Reset, reset. And I am going to actually put these back together. And we'll go ahead and repair, paint. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Sold, sell. I'm gonna give myself 5,000 bucks, and you're gonna have to wait till next time to see how I solve this puzzle. I'm Socks Way Up. I'll catch you on the next episode.